Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight it's patch notes time, boys. Finally, the most boring update in World of Warships Legends history is over. And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get right into it. Summer update, the high roll. Maintenance times for Xbox and PlayStation will be different times for once. So it's the same. 2 to 5 a.m. Central Time for both. That's 7 to 10 a.m. UTC for both. Update size is going to be 2600 megabytes for Xbox One S and X, and then 2500 megabytes for Xbox Series S and X. PS4 is going to be 2500 megabytes, and PS5 is only 750 megabytes. Interesting. Reading no TLDR, yes. Independence Day celebrations loaded with themed content. Lucky 6 campaign with Tier 7 destroyer USS Black and Tier 5 aircraft carrier Independence to choose between. Pan-European destroyer tech tree line going researchable with Tier 7 Ostergotland available. Tier 8 preparations. Balance changes including SAP shells for Italian cruisers finally. And more. Alright, so we get a flag here, if you guys see this. I'm assuming this code here, if you enter this at the World of Warships Legends, wowslegends.com, you go up here to the right corner, and I forget where it's at, but yeah, you can redeem codes here on this website. Alright. Please note that reading patch notes without first redeeming the code 4KGL3GVTY8 to get 12 times red, white, and blue camos and one times common container is strictly prohibited. Otherwise, proceed at your own risk. There's our website right there. wowslegends.com/code-redeemer is the website if you guys want to just go directly to it. Independence Day 2022. It's time to celebrate freedom. The 4th of July festivities are due this update. Here's the full list of activities and content waiting for y'all. Really? Y'all? You gonna throw a y'all in there on me? I just feel like you're making fun of me. To check out. Free mission with Tier 3 Premium Battleship South Carolina as a reward. Wind Roses for Tier 4 through Legendary Tier U.S. ships active from July 4th through July 25th. You can get the following one-time bonuses for each first win playing American ships during this time. Tech Tree ships Tier 4 through 6, you get 1 red, white, and blue camo each. Tech Tree ships for Tier 7, 1 Summer Big Crate. Premium ships of Tier 4 and 5, you get 2 red, white, and blue camos. Premium ships Tier 6, you get 2 promotion orders. Premium ships Tier 7, you get 3 promotion orders. Legendary tier ships, you get 2 summer big crates. Liberty Package Platform Bundle. Get it for free in your platform store. Whether it be Xbox or PlayStation, you get a free bundle. So make sure you go download that so you get that. Store discounts for XXL bundles and more. A total of 12 over 3 weeks with Destroyer, Cruiser, and Battleship ones to choose from, not counting a variety of other deals. Special Broad Stripes and Bright Stars Bureau Project with Star Spangled Freedom skins for Tier 7 Balti and Cleveland as the ultimate reward. Now I wonder, is this a new camo for the Balti and Cleveland? If so, I'm definitely going to be looking at it because we're going to be doing this, let's be real. I do all the American stuff for sure. So more rewards await you on the way to these fancy skins, including Stars and Stripes permanent camouflagers for a set of Tech Tree destroyers. Themed port is the Philippines, and it's looking good. I figured that we'd be in the New York port, but Philippines is fine. Lucky 6 campaign. 100 milestones, 5 weeks, 2 ships to choose from. Sounds good, right? This time you're going to have to choose between USN or the United States Navy Tier 7 Premium Destroyer Black, USS Black, and Tier 5 Premium Aircraft Carrier Independence upon finishing the campaign. Now, I hate to break it to you folks, I really do. But is this even a question? Like, oh, I want a Tier 5 aircraft carrier so bad that I'll give up a Tier 7 premium destroyer of the black. Now, I don't know if the black on our console is going to be as what it is on PC, but on PC it has smoke and radar, and it's a Fletcher class. So it's got amazing guns, it's got really good DPM, and on top of that, it's got smoke and radar. If that's the case, if that's what's coming, then if you choose the Independence over this, you've got issues. Just saying. Now, one thing I will mention is that the last time we had a campaign with 2 ships to choose from, they did end up putting the other ships, or both ships, on sale afterwards so that you could pick it up if you hadn't. And then one of them ended up, or both of them, I can't remember, ended up in the global XP, so keep that in mind. So if you pick one, there's a good chance you'll be able to get the other at some point. That's just, what I want to say. Anyway, where'd we finish? The second ship can be acquired for doubloons. Okay, there you go. If you're up for a challenge. There's also a weekly set of hard mode assignments. Black represents a classic American Fletcher-class destroyer, but there's a twist in the form of radar, making her one of the best prepared scouts at her tier. She's also a rapid shell slinger with quickly traversing gun turrets that sacrifices some, but not all, torpedo abilities for her gunnery. Her large hit point pool, overall maneuverability, speed, and powerful AA suite do a good job of offsetting that blemish. However, keep in mind the high arcing trajectory of her shells, characteristic of American guns, before going full ahead into battle. Independence, built from a Cleveland-class cruiser to be Hull, offers quite a traditional American aircraft carrier experience with a premium bonus, solid mobility, and squadrons that will allow you to take multiple approaches before having to get more planes airborne. The aircraft restore promptly, and your main concerns are evading AA barrages and not letting the opposing forces find your ship, which has no defenses of her own. Let's proceed to the prizes. So, as always, without Admiralty backing, you get all of this, which has a value of 15,585 doubloons. With Admiralty backing, you get all of that, plus you get all of this, and your choice of one of the 2 ships. You can pick up the ship that you don't choose as the reward for 10,000 doubloons, so keep that in mind. But with everything in Admiralty backing for 2,500 gold, you could end up with a new ship and 67,690 doubloons worth of stuff, which of course the ship plays into that value as well. As the campaign includes 100 milestones, if you wish to get everything right away, it'll cost 27,250 doubloons. The full breakdown of the campaign missions will be available on Monday, June 20th, as a standalone blog post. A special bureau project. Oh, okay, so we've got more wannabe Kansas. Like, this is the Golden Eagle camo for the Kansas, except it's more Star Spangly. I mean, I'd have to see it in game to really have a thing. I'm going to be getting these most likely because I'll be doing that bureau project for sure. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to reserve my judgment because right now, not a big fan of what it looks like here. But I'm sure in game maybe it looks a little bit better. The Broad Stripes and Bright Stars time-limited project will reward you with gorgeous skins for Tier 7 cruisers. Baltimore and Cleveland as the final prizes. Skins for Tier 7 cruisers Baltimore and Cleveland as the final prizes, along with some more themed content on the way to those. Namely, Stars and Stripes permanent camos. Please make sure to finish it by July 25th. Words are important. This project will not get deprecated. Instead, it will be removed from the Bureau altogether. Make sure to get South Carolina as early as you can for boosting the project, and keep in mind that USS Black and USS Independence can also significantly speed up your progress. By our estimations, if you get South Carolina as soon as she's available and have proper patrons and researchable ships, you'll get all of the segments but the very last. Pan-European fleet is here for good. Ostergotland is the Tier 7 Pan-European destroyer. I know absolutely nothing about this line. Haven't actually played it yet, but maybe we'll take a look at it as we get a chance to actually go through the entire tech tree. The arrival of powerful Tier 7 Ostergotland makes the new Pan-European destroyer line going fully researchable. Marks the new Pan-European destroyer line going fully researchable. This branch boasts fast torpedoes along with solid artillery outfits. Try it out today. Well, try it out Monday. When acquiring ships off... I can't speak today. When acquiring ships of the branch, you'll also get the base commander for European ships, Konrad Helfrich, providing that you do not have him already. Janko Vukovic, I'm assuming is how that's pronounced. It could be Janko Vukovic, Janko Vukovic. I'm going with that. Janko Vukovic. I apologize. Vukovic? I don't know. The Pan-European commander for battleships is also joining the roster. Ooh. Pan-European battleships on the way. What ship is he going to helm? Read on to find out. Well, I guess we're going to find out soon. There's also one more new option to get Pan-European commanders. Special crates that drop them are debuting with this update. For more information on the branch, please refer to a dedicated article that covers the line here. Tier 8 Arrival Preparations. So, yeah, if you guys didn't know, Tier 8 is going to be a thing in the near future. Not coming this update, but it'll be the next update. And there's going to be some interesting changes to the game to make this a thing. So, I guess we're about to find out what some of those will be. As you've probably heard by now, we're going to introduce a new ship tier to Legends in the near future. And by that, we mean the next update. To prepare for the debut of the new Mighty Legends, make sure to fight through special daily missions with Tier 7 Tech Tree ships. These missions will reward you with a solid amount of additional XP and help you prepare for Tier 7 ships. Prepare your Tier 7 ships for a quicker voyage toward the new ship. The first batch will cover 4 nations. You will find out which ones when you see the mission requirements. We'll reveal more details about the ships as we get closer to their release. Additionally, the tech tree has been significantly overhauled. It has received some interface improvements in preparation for the new paradigm. And I don't know, this one always throws me off. I would say paradigm, but I also have heard people call it paradigm. Somebody's going to have to let me know. I think it's paradigm. And the premium tab has been removed for the foreseeable future because it brought more confusion than order. We're also introducing some economic changes for higher tier ships with this update as follows. Cost of entering battle reduced from 101,250 to 91,125 for Tier 6 researchable ships. Cost of entering battle reduced from 136,000 to 122,400 for Tier 7 researchable ships. Cost of entering battle reduced from 136,000 to 95,200 for premium ships. That's a huge change. And then credit bonus for Tier 7 premium ships is increased from 15 to 55%. Good God. That's a massive change. Well, I think we now have a new moneymaker tier. Like, you just straight up jump in your Tier 7 premiums and just rake in the money for real. The Tier 7 earnings change is perhaps the most fundamental one after the new tier itself. These tweaks will effectively make both Tier 6 and 7 the moneymakers, mostly Tier 7 at this point, with more opportunities to grind the bank. Legendary economics, on the other hand, will be kept as they are. We don't want fluctuations to them, either up or down, and we'll fine-tune the numbers at a later time if necessary. New ships of the update. You got the American Tier 3 Premium Battleship, South Carolina. It's a ship. I don't know much about this, but I guess we'll find out here. First USN Dreadnought battleship with 8 12-inch 305mm guns. Slow and steady describes her best, as is most of the American dreadnoughts. She has perhaps one of the most powerful main battery arrangements at the tier, but this is coupled with a top speed that leaves a lot to be desired. Again, it's pretty usual for the American dreadnoughts. Let's just say there won't be much maneuvering with this beauty. Bull. I will show everybody. I'm not afraid to get down and dirty in my American dreadnoughts, even at tier 3. I'll do everything. I ain't scared. She's obtainable with her dedicated flag through a free mission that's available for completion from June 24th through July 25th. Pick it up in the store between June 24th and July 18th. Make sure to read more about her and her American peers, Black and Independence, both of which feature in the campaign in the upcoming Through the Spyglass article. Man, they throw me off with all these weird jumps. Pan-European Tier 4 Premium Battleship Viribus Unitas. Okay. That sounds Latin. Maybe Greek. Viribus Unitas? Nah, it's definitely Latin. Somebody's going to have to let me know. I'm fairly confident that's Latin. But Tier 4 Premium Battleship Viribus Unitas. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with this, anytime that they usually bring in like a low-tier premium like new ship that hasn't got any other line out there, that usually means in the next update, they're bringing out a new line. So keep an eye out for a whole new line of pan-European battleships in the near future. But this thing looks pretty nasty. I mean, at Tier 4, having 12 guns is pretty nasty. It's got 4 triple turrets from what I can see. So that's not bad. The first and only at this moment pan-European battleship. She boasts a 12-gun broadside, and a new commander is here to helm her. Janko Vukovic is obtainable in the store for 900,000 Commander XP, or from the all-new pan-European Commander crates. Interestingly, Mr. Vukovic was the last actual commander of the ship when she was given to the state of Slovlith. To the state of Slovenes. We'll go with Slovenes. That's the best I've got. Croats and Serbs in 1918. Oh my God. I'm assuming this is Croatia, Croats, and Serbs, Serbia. But Slovenes? That's the best I've got. Y'all throwing all the names at me this update. Balance changes. Concealment module is now available for battleships from Tier 6 to Legendary Tier. Woo! Finally! We can actually get away with the initial turn without immediately getting deleted. Actually, I usually don't get deleted anyway, but it'll be more possible. USA Tier 6 Premium Destroyer Kid. Kid lacks a little mojo, but her performance is just fine at the same time. So we're boasting her AA situationally if you decide you want it, with defensive AA fire consumable added as an option for the 4th slot. Japan Tier 6 Battleship Nagato. Nagato is a frequent subject of battleship performance feedback. She does tend to suffer from the highest highs to the lowest lows, so we're giving her a bit more gas to cook with. We've upgraded her main battery reload time. Upgraded main battery reload time decreased. God, that's such a weird way to phrase things. Just say you buffed main battery reload time from 32 to 29 seconds. That's all you gotta say. Upgraded to decreased just sounds weird. Help me out here, guys. I barely speak English on my own. Maximum AP shell damage increased from 12,100 to 12,600, which isn't that big of a change. It's an extra 500 damage. And that's only on Citadels. But that'll also buff your normal penetrations too. I forget what it is exactly, but yeah, that'll buff your normal penetrations and overpins as well. But not by much. Tier 7 Premium Cruiser Azuma. Azuma is admittedly trailing behind her closest rivals, mainly by damage dealt, so we're giving her a straightforward main battery buff. Main battery reload time decreased from 26 to 24. Why did you have to... I understand why they said it this way now. Because when you first get the ship, the original main battery is not going to be. So the upgraded main battery reload time decreased. Gotcha. That makes more sense. Maybe there should be a freaking comma. Comma? Anybody? Upgraded main battery, comma, reload time decreased. Because it just, when you read it straight through, it just sounds weird. But yeah, that makes more sense now. So only the upgraded main battery will get the reload buff on the Nagato. So keep that in mind. Anyway, main battery reload time for the Azuma decreased from 26 to 24 seconds. Maximum HE shell damage increased from 4,500 to 5,100. Maximum AP shell damage increased from 8,150 to 8,650. Main battery AP penetration increased by 18.5%. Main battery AP minimum ricochet angle decreased from 50 to 45. Main battery 180 degree traverse speed decreased from 40 seconds to 36 seconds. Main battery shell grouping improved by 7.5%. And main battery dispersion is slightly reduced. Italy. We're at a point where the data for these Roman warriors is just enough to make the next move. So that's what we're doing. As you can see, we're blanket buffing the researchable battleships with a couple more salvos per battle. And we expect it to give them a bit of an edge, both damage and popularity-wise. I wouldn't count on it. Tier 7 Premium Battleship Roma. Roma gets a little more of the Ship Buffer 3000 solution because she was starting to show some metal fatigue. And there was no truly good reason to not let her enjoy the smoke generator that the researchable newcomers brought. Maximum HE shell damage increased from 5,100 to 5,800. The exhaust smoke generator consumable added for the third slot. Damage control party consumable duration increased from 10 to 15 seconds. Number of repair party consumables increased from 3 to 4. That's actually big. And the catapult fighter, spotter, and enhanced secondary targeting consumables were moved from the third to the fourth slot. So that allows you to have the smoke and have, catapult or a spotter plane. That's actually huge because that will allow you to... make sure I read that right. Yeah, so the smoke generator is going to be in the third slot. So you're going to be able to have the smoke generator plus have an airplane up to spot. Of course, if you fire your guns, your smoke is going to be completely useless. So keep that in mind. Tier 4 Battleship Conta de Cavour. Main battery reload time decreased from 30 to 27 seconds. Tier 5 Battleship Andrea Doria. Main battery reload time decreased from 30 to 27 seconds. The Tier 7 Battleship Vittorio Veneto, main battery reload time decreased from 34 to 31. That's still ridiculous for a 15-inch battleship. Like, seriously. Like, that's a really, really bad reload time for a 15-inch battleship. I mean, I guess it's right there in line with, like, Bismarck. But I still say the same thing about the Bismarck. It's one of the big gripes I have about it is for what you get out of the accuracy... Of course, it's a lot more accurate than it used to be. It just doesn't have the fire rate. Like, if you get Jean Bart, you can actually get a Jean Bart down to firing every 16 seconds. Like, it's that ridiculous. That's 15-inch guns every 16 seconds. And yet, everybody else's 15-inch guns load, like, slow as crap. SAP shells for Italian cruisers. This is a test. Uh-oh. They're going to test it. An optional artillery module has been added for the following Italian cruisers. Tier 4 Genova, Tier 5 Duca d'Aosta, Tier 6 Abruzzi, and Tier 6 Gorizia. It replaces HE shells with SAP, while for Abruzzi, it also increases the main battery reload time from 7.5 to 10 seconds. This upgrade is free. We would like to rally all of you who have these ships to try the SAP modules extensively so that we can get as much data as we possibly can. Truth be told, we expect the first iteration to overperform. So keep in mind that this is indeed a test, and the final form may be cut down quite a bit. But it's too early to tell. The aim of this edition is to spice up the tactics of both of these cruisers and their opposition for more naval variety. And honestly, when they say that we expect this to overperform, I'm kind of like interested into testing these out. So keep an eye out. We're going to be definitely testing the SAP on these cruisers in the near future, because SAP is incredibly strong. It just is. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm also like interested to see how much they tone it down once they realize it's overperforming. We'll see. Bug fixes. You fix the camo coloring inconsistencies where different ship parts had different brightnesses of the paint job. Added camo to additional elements on the ship decks that missed the coloring. Smoke screens now correctly stay visible on tactical map whenever they are deployed. Completed missions with tasks that needed to be achieved in a single battle now show progress correctly. Still no mention of any of the things that people actually want to get fixed, like, I don't know, the fact that if you open the scrolly wheel, the dialogue wheel, you stop turning. That's something that has needed to be fixed since the beginning of time and has not been touched. Or maybe the fact that you can be aiming at ships and you aim high correctly and the shells fall short for no reason. And it's the entire salvo is wasted. It's not just like one or two shells fall short. It's not those dispersion salvos where a couple shells go short, a couple shells go long. I'm talking about the one that is literally like at any range it can happen too. Like it can happen up close and personal. I've had it happen to me up close and personal. I've had it happen at range as well, where you take a shot, you know that the shot is going to hit. I'm not talking about one that was aimed incorrectly. I'm talking about a shot that was perfectly freaking aimed. And what happens? They all fall short for no reason. There's no excuse for that. It shouldn't happen. You should at least get something out of a salvo. Other added visual improvements for water and weather for a grand total of 20 maps. Interesting. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. And middle spawn points for Shards map were moved a bit away from the center. So we're getting some more Shards love here with the spawns, which is nice. Mobile. All tech tree nations are now available with the exception of aircraft carriers. Additionally, we have added a set of missions to speed up the progress and let you play around with as many ships as possible. You may now receive notifications, much like you do in the console version. Keep an eye out for those. Stay independent and turn the tide. Alright guys, so what do you guys think about this update? There's a lot to go through, obviously, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely am feeling better about this update than I did in the last update, so there's at least that. And we do have a really nice destroyer here that I am definitely looking forward to as a campaign reward, as the last couple of campaigns have been absolutely flat in terms of what we get for our money. So yeah, let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Are you excited? And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.